Good afternoon. Here we are live at Preferred Surfaces. We are at the premier kitchen countertop fabricator manufacturer in north central West Virginia. We're out here at Milan Park. With me is Mark Leitner. Today we're going to take you through a most interesting process of how we take these slabs that you see all over this yard and we turn them into beautiful kitchen countertops. Is that right, Mark?
Correct.
Correct. So what we're going to do, first of all, we want to take a look at the yard around us here and get an idea of the incredible selections you have. We have granites from all over the world. From how many continents?
Technically 5, but yeah, there's granite found all over the world. We have the largest granite selection in the state of West Virginia. We have the largest variety with the largest number of slabs. We have pretty much a color or a tone to suit just about anybody in any taste.
I think it would be nearly impossible, as I've seen all of these, walk by them numerous times. It'd be hard to have a vision for your kitchen that some of these just don't reach out and grab you.
A lot of people have a hard time. It takes 2 or 3 trips sometimes in because there's so much to look at, but eventually you'll find the one.
Yeah. So the other thing I wanted to mention as far as shopping here is if somebody wants to come out and shop in the evening, shop in the weekend, is that something they can do?
Absolutely. Come by anytime. You don't need an appointment. We're open pretty much 6 to 4:30 Monday through Thursday, and on Fridays from 7 to 1. But again, come by at any time, weekends, after hours, and just feel free to browse. If you see something you like, take a picture with your phone. Just get a feel for it.
Exactly. So I noticed you've got 1 or 2 here sticking out. Let's look at just one of these pieces. Now, this is a large chunk of granite. And what I'm asking here is this a job ready to go? Has somebody picked this one out?
Yes, this is one of our local builders, one of his clients. It's a beautiful stone. It's beautiful. It's called Canyon Dawn. It's from India, I believe, and it's just a really nice stone. It has a lot of good movement in it, a lot of really nice subtle colors, and I'm really glad these folks picked this out because this is going to be one I'm going to be glad to be working on.
Well, very good. So let's head on into the showroom. This again is the yard. We're located out here at Milan Park, out in the industrial park, right across from, right down there is where we see the buses for the school.
Yeah, that's the county bus garage, and directly across the street is the fitness center over at Milan Park. A lot of folks know that. That's where Mountain Fest is held, and I believe the Mon County Fair is also held across the street.
Gotcha. And again, another row, another line of beautiful granites here.
There's a lot to look at.
So when we get inside, we're going to take a look at this process from taking a slab like we're seeing here, we're walking by now, how one of these becomes a kitchen countertop. And it's a pretty intriguing process.
Yeah, it's not complicated at all. Basically, all you have to do is come out. Best thing to do is bring a set of drawings with you, maybe a cabinet door or a floor sample, and just walk around and look, and basically just tell us what you like. And that kind of begins the process of how we go to turn these slabs into your kitchen countertops.
So why would you say, I mean, Preferred is the place, like if you're looking at doing a new kitchen, start here?
Oh, absolutely. Come out here, like I said, and if you don't have kitchen drawings or just want to come out and look around, feel free, just come out. We're glad to have you out here as visitors.
Right. So again, here's the what Milan Park, our entrance looks like. And let's go on into the showroom and take a look around. First thing to notice in here, these aren't granites.
No, Jim, these are all quartzes. Quartzes are manufactured or engineered stones. They've become very popular in the last few years. They account for about 50% of our sales. It's about 50-50 anymore, and people just like the ease and maintenance of quartz. It's a really good surface also.
So really, no matter how, if you might have something in mind, you might know exactly what you're looking for, or you may not. Either way, the first stop would be to come here and kind of get an idea what you want to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'd like to show you guys the templating process, if you will. It's right out here.
Okay, so the templating process. Again, we're back into the granite manufacturing process here at Preferred. And step 1 is the templating of the job. I guess this is like the plans before you start shooting, right?
Correct, Jim. These are templates. This is someone's actual kitchen layout right here. And these are stick templates made out of a product called Quartz. It's a plastic. We'll come out and make actual templates of your existing countertops. We can also shoot them with a laser. The guys in the shop really prefer the stick method. But either way, if we feel we're going to have issues, we'll come out with a laser too. But they both work fine and they both give pretty accurate results.
Whichever we use, the key is always precision.
Absolutely. That's why we come out and make a full set of templates. We don't take anybody's measurements for granted. We come out and we take our own measurements. That way we know what's right from the beginning. And
then they lay this out in this form, and it gives, like I heard Bradley say, it gives her a visceral feel for the job. It gives them.
Absolutely. These basically set up, and we digitize these, and from that digital file, then we start the layout and fabrication process.
All right. Well, let's go over and take a look at that.
Okay.
So here we are, and this is a digital representation then of the job that's laid out there on the floor. Is that correct?
Correct. This is Tim. He's working on a current job right now, and he's basically getting things set up for the initial layout, and he'll do several versions of this, basically based on the size of the slab and the size and shape of the templates to see what he has to work with.
Okay. So that's the design of that particular countertop. Now let's go over here. What do we have on this machine here?
Okay. The next phase would be over here. This is Noel. He's working on the final layout. He's got the full color version up, and he's going to go ahead and see all the possible ways we can lay this out based on the grain structure and the shape of the templates and the size of the slab.
So that can be manipulated, you're saying, and moved around a little bit?
Yeah, this is where we get a little bit of creative license, and the customer can come in and we can work with you. And if you tell us you like one part of the slab more than the other, or if you would like a specific feature in a certain slab to go on an island or next to the sink, this is where we can see if we can make that happen.
So the digital representation of the slab, once you've determined how it's to be laid out, the customer might want to modify that a little bit.
Oh, absolutely, and we welcome our customers to come out and take a look at the fabrication process. We feel that the customer should see exactly how their countertop is made, because this is an important decision, and it is an investment in your home.
Okay, so once we've got it all templated, we've got it all laid out, we've got a digital representation of it over on Tim's computer, and then we've got the actual slab to view, and once it's in this form, then what do we do?
Basically, the file goes back to the CNC saw, and we're going to head back that way now.
Okay, well, let's go take a look at that. So the CNC saw. So what does CNC stand for?
Computer numerically controlled.
All right. I always wonder what those stand for.
Okay, we're coming up on the CNC saw now, and this is Tim. He's our programmer again. Basically, he's setting up, and he's going to go ahead and he's going to get ready to run the job. He's done all of his digitizing. He's done all of his layouts, and he's going to go ahead, and this is a really nice piece of equipment. This is a Focus CNC saw from Park Industries. It's made in Minnesota. It's a really nice saw, and it really helps us be efficient and get these jobs out on time.
So what does the cutting there?
That's just a diamond saw blade, and you can see we use a lot of water. The water keeps the saw blade cool, and just as important, the water keeps the dust down. We're a wet shop, and we like to cut everything. We cut everything wet so there's no dust.
So this part of the process is where we get the rough cut.
Yeah, this does the rough cuts, and this sets everything up for the CNC routers.
All right, let's take a look maybe closer at that, and then maybe some of the pieces here that you can see that come off of that. Again, these are the rough cuts that the CNC saw, the first cuts, make. It takes that big piece of granite and works it into manageable form.
Yeah, it whittles it down to its basic pieces, and again, it just does all the prep work for the CNC routers.
All right, so now we've got it through the CNC process. We've got the rough cuts done. Now, what's next?
All right, next is the pieces come off the CNC saw. They go on over to the CNC router.
The router. Okay, let's take a look at the router.
All right, let's go. Now this is a CNC router. It cuts with a diamond abrasives, those are bits, and water again. You see we use a lot of water. Just an interesting side note, we capture and recycle about 85 to 90% of our water. We have a complete water recycling system in the shop, and it's a fairly efficient system, and it just makes life good being a wet shop where you don't have a lot of dust and stuff.
So this is, what processes are covered in this part of the process?
The CNC routers do the milling, the edging, they do the radiuses, they do the sink cutouts. They really do the majority of the work once the CNC saw has done its part.
So the router is like, they're doing all the heavy lifting.
Absolutely, and this is what helps ensure that our edges are good, that our sink profile cutouts are straight and where they need to be. This is just a really accurate piece of machinery that guarantees that this is going to be done and done right the first time.
Again, it's all about precision.
Correct.
All right, so we've got all of the design finalized now on this. So is this ready to go out the door?
Oh no, not by a long shot. After the pieces come off the CNC router, they go to a hand fab specialist in Manuel, and we're going to go over and take a look at what he does.
Manuel.
Yes, sir. Manuel.
Quality control.
Quality control specialist.
Let's go meet Manuel.
All righty. We'll go around here.
So here we have a few jobs that are in the quality control arena and ready to, looks like Manuel's taking a look at them now.
Yeah, absolutely. What he's going to do is he's going to hand fit everything up, make sure everything is as it should be. Basically just go over everything really, really good and just make sure that there's nothing wrong. There's no little things that the customer would be unhappy with. This really is the final stage of before we go ahead and install a job. Manny goes over everything, make sure everything's perfect. The installers will also check it often in the morning before they leave. And this is really the final, I guess, staging area before a job comes into your house.
All right, let's talk to Manuel. So Manuel, what are you looking for at this stage of the process? What's the last quality control?
At this point, we're just making sure that everything is just perfect. No flaws, no chips, no scratches. Definitely always putting the seams together. Like over here, the seam goes together and stuff like that. Every job is mocked up and, just to be sure that everything's going to fit correctly.
It doesn't go out until you say it does.
Correct.
And then you have somebody you answer to.
Yes, sir.
So that would be Noel, and Noel has installed 20,000 kitchens. Isn't that an incredible number?
Correct. Noel's been at this 30 plus years, and trust me, if Noel says it's good, then it's good. And if you do have a problem, Noel will make it right.
And the point that we make here today, and want you all that are viewing this to see this incredible process, is because there is such attention to detail, such precision, and such quality craftsmanship.
Yeah, people need to know that not everything comes out of a box. There are people that still do build things from scratch in the state of West Virginia, and we're proud of that. We like people to know, hey, come on in, take a look at us, take a look at the process, and I think you'll see what separates us from some of the other fabricators in the area.
So once it passes this, it's ready to go get installed.
Correct. This one's going out, looks like Monday morning.
Okay, so to recap, we start in the yard, somebody picks out their slab, they fall in love with their slab, and from there, that whole process to get them to here, Manuel signs off on the design and sends it out the door. How long does that process take?
You're looking, from the time people put their deposit down when they make their selection, you're looking at roughly 2 to 3 weeks is normal for us.
Well, very good. So that explains the entire process, and what I would encourage you to do is go on to preferredsurfaces.net, presurface.net, sorry about that, and download the free shopping guide. It's going to give you everything you could look to find out about that, about which one might be best for you, and of course you can always check in with Mark. So, on behalf of everybody here at Preferred Surfaces, on behalf of Mark Leitner, I'm Jim Sweezy for Interaction Media. Manuel, thank you for your part in it. For Noel and the entire staff, we look forward to seeing you here soon. Thanks for watching.